It's a good old-fashioned road trip, and in fact, our last. Not ever, but our last in this country, we think. 3 weeks and 1 day until we move to Thailand.
Thank you so much. Have a good day.
Thank you. But this video is not about our road trip up north, although obviously that's going to be a part of it. It's about this person here who has told me I'm not going to talk on camera because I'm driving on the motorway, which is fine because what was it? What TV program was it when they said here's a little something we prepared earlier? Blue Peter. In Blue Peter's words, I asked Mary to go out for a run to welcome her back into the fold of running. Woo woo!
I'm back. I haven't been around much on YouTube because the last 3 weeks or so have been full on at school, finishing up my time at the school that we work at, finishing the school year. We broke up yesterday, so today is day 1 of the summer holidays and I can't wait to get running again. For some reason, Winnie loves drinking muddy puddle water. Puddle water. Why does that sound weird? She loves it. She has loads of clean fresh water at home. But any muddy puddles, she's all over it. I've actually had 10 days off running, which I was not expecting or planning. But basically, yeah, work's been really busy, really long days and loads of evening events. And last weekend, I got loads of insect bites, mosquito bites, and I reacted really badly. So my left ankle swelled up loads and I got a big blister. Really gross, but I couldn't really run on that. So here I am, first run after a 10-day hiatus. Just started raining, summer holidays. This is what it's all about here. So we've got 3 weeks and about 3 days until we fly to Thailand. But in amongst the packing, I'm going to get back on board with my running, get some consistency in, and I think I'm going to enter one final race in the UK. Whew. Well, that was harder than a 5k should be. Don't know if it's the 10 days off or the fizz that I drank last night, but I feel better for it, as always. Hello.
Hi.
Alright?
Yeah? You?
Yeah. GoProing.
Okay. Professional.
Very professional. Remember to do it and everything. And because I'm always
did you put your hand over the microwave?
Microwave? Who knows? But I always feel like you always say you never finished it off, you never did your last clip. So this is the last clip of my run.
Good.
Gotta keep in your good books.
Welcome to Car Chat! We're back and I remembered to do car chat, and this is take 2.
A few hours later than the original, with no Winnie because we're now at destination and parked.
Forget it. We filmed this all earlier. I've just gone to make the video. No audio. No idea why. You can just see us going.
I was so hilarious.
You were so funny. You said some of the funniest stuff you've ever said.
And most wise and meaningful things.
Yeah, so thoughtful. But it's now lost to the ages. Anyway, welcome back, Mary.
Oh, thanks.
Back into running, back onto the channel.
Back in the game. Yeah.
You excited?
Good to be back. Yeah, I am tired though.
Yeah, well, that's natural after everything that you've been through in terms of your training and work. It takes a while for the body to come down from that, but...
Yeah, just had to focus on life for a few weeks, like life stuff.
Yeah. Are you excited about phase 2 though? I mean, obviously we have 3 weeks until the move to Thailand, which is quite overwhelming. However,
yeah.
Then our second part of our life begins, living abroad, trying to train abroad, all of those things, you know, it's just exciting.
It's mind-bogglingly exciting and scary rolled into
terrifying,
one.
Yeah.
Like I still can't quite imagine it or picture it exactly. Like I keep looking on Google Earth and going in, but it's just really hard to actually have like a clear picture of what it's going to be like.
And it's hot. It's hot today at about 24 degrees,
Yeah.
and we were like, "Oh, it's a bit warm," and we're like, "It never gets below about 28 in Bangkok, and sometimes 36, 37, and we've got to try and get our heads around being able to train in all of that."
Yeah, I think it feels hot because we haven't had hot weather so it's just a bit of a like, oh, this is hot. But in Thailand, we'll be hot all the time, so I think we'll adjust.
Yeah. This video is going to jump around a lot, by the way, because what we wanted to do with this was obviously talk about what Mary's learnt from the first half of the year, which we still have some footage, by the way, so we're going to clip and clip. And then we were going to talk about what your aims are for the second half of the year, which we've got. So that's good.
Very good.
So I think the first question that I had for you in the car in our Q&A segment, we still have. So I'm going to cut to that. All right, Mary, how about this? I'm going to do a Q&A with you just quickly. Before we go on to the second half of the year and your goals, I want to ask you some questions that I would like to know the answer to, and I'm sure people watching would like to know the answer to. Are you ready?
Yeah, the camera's a bit wonky, Saz.
That's fine. I think people will forgive you. As long as you haven't got your hand over the microphone.
No.
No, good. Right, question 1. To date, in fact, in your running journey, not just this year, what is your biggest achievement?
That's a really hard one, actually, because I've got a few PBs this year and I did my first ultra. To date, or this year?
To date.
Ever in my life?
Ever in your life?
Oh. I think running a marathon, and especially doing the virtual one in the middle of a massive storm on my own, apart from you being there on the bike.
Yeah, I nearly perished that day.
I have to say, like, I think that was probably my grittiest.
All right, this year then. That was brilliant. What about this year?
I don't know if I can decide between doing the ultra and doing a sub 20 minute 5k. Ooh!
I wish I had a handbag.
Ooh! What's that for? Do you think I'm showing off?
Humble brag.
You asked me a question,
I'm
I'm
only
answering
joking.
it.
I'm just winding you up. They're two very good achievements. I just wanted to do. Well, this is weird because it looks like you're talking, but I'm dubbing over you because we lost the sound right now. What were you saying about your greatest achievement, Mary?
I can't remember.
It was between 5k and ultramarathon.
No, I'm joking. I think on reflection it is the ultra, because that was a real test of strength.
Physical and mental as well.
Yeah, it's all-round strength.
Yeah, I think you did really well on that.
Thanks.
Question 2 was, what was your biggest challenge? What did you learn the most this year, or what did you learn from? What did you learn? I don't know how to phrase that question, but you know what I'm saying.
It's a challenge or learned.
What did you learn this year?
I think this one's pretty straightforward for me, because this year I peaked and achieved some of the best things I've ever achieved in running, but I learned that you can't sustain that. You can't sustain your maximum performance and progress. So whilst you can work hard and get there and achieve amazing things that you didn't realise you could, you have to accept that you can't stay at that level all the time.
Yes.
So I've kind of had a decrease and other things happening, but that will give me the motivation and the momentum to go back up, hopefully in the future. But it's just that you can't sustain your peak, and that's okay. That's
yes,
normal.
You cannot stay at maximum fitness. It's not possible, and it's not healthy anyway.
Yeah.
We're at the point where, honestly, and this is no joke, we can't even remember the questions that we asked ourselves on the way up from the drive.
How did we even get here?
I don't even know. I think I may have blacked out and driven here, but we can't remember what we were asking. It's so frustrating. We're sitting here in the car trying to refilm. Oh, this is.
I've said goodbye to my shower.
Yeah, this is real life. This is, sometimes videos do not go as you plan. This is like that. I just say that we cut to getting here. When we got here, this has been like nearly 6 hours. It should have been less than 4.
It's been a very long journey. But this is my road.
This is where you grew up. This is your road that you grew up in. It's pretty cool. This is your childhood home, Mary.
Yeah, it's nice.
And that's your childhood mum. On a swing as well. Still your mum. Adulthood and childhood mum.
Oh,
She's got it is a squeaky swing.
no, it's this one.
Yeah. Nice little backdrop. So we have touched on what you think you've achieved and the things you've learned this year so far, and in your running career, by the way. But what about what's coming? What's coming up for Mary? Mary?
Getting the consistency back in my training and running.
Yeah.
Park run
Yeah, we're doing the first part run, yeah.
in Tunbridge, and then acclimatising in Thailand.
See, hold up. That's the bit I'm most... Oh, it's very dark. Hang on. There we go. That's the bit I'm most interested in. I think that part of the journey, as in trying to run in that heat, that's the thing I'm excited about. Running on sand, beaches, or running in the heat, or dealing with... You know, we're doing the Bangkok Marathon on December the 5th is the Bangkok Marathon, and we've got to think about how you start a marathon at 3:30 a.m, how you run a marathon in 30 degrees or so.
I'm so excited about that because it's just so different.
So that's coming up. That's what Mary's going to be walking. That's what Mary's going to be working towards now, right?
Yeah. I might need to buy that chill vest on the Nike website. It's like a body pack that you have chill pouches in.
But here's what we want to know. We want to know what you want to know. So if you have any questions for us about our life in Thailand, our life in Thailand, what it's going to look like, what we think it's going to look like, or how we're going to train over there. I mean, anything you want to know, that's part of this being part of the Mess App community, is us making videos of what you want to see. So whether that be racing or life or the journey over or anything, just let us know what you want to see, and then we will factor it in. But obviously it's going to be tied together by our training and racing. But I put it out there sometimes on Instagram, you know, what do people want to see? Do people want to see tutorials, or do people want to just see what our life is like now that we move over there? It's one of those, really. This is your time for your input so that we know where we take the channel from when we get to 20,000 subscribers and in Thailand. That's mad.
Thank you.
Thanks, Laura.
Thanks for your support. It's awesome. We're looking forward to continuing the journey.
Stage 2.
Chapter 2. Part 2.
2.